It started with a single headline on an industry news site: Netflix quietly restructures deal with Harry and Meg #Han. At first, it seemed like a minor business adjustment, the kind of behind-the-scenes contract tweak that rarely makes the front page. But by mid-morning, the whispers had turned into a roar. Multiple sources confer #Med that the restructuring meant something far more dramatic. Netflix had effectively cut Prince Harry out of their multimillion-dollar partnership, keeping only Meghan as the primary figure in future projects. And almost at the same time, an entirely different story was exploding across social media. Rumors that Meghan and Harry's marriage was in trouble, with divorce papers imminent, trending on Twitter before lunch. The teaming wasn't just suspicious, it was catastrophic for Harry's public image. According to insiders close to the streaming giant, the decision to sideline Harry had been brewing for months. Execut #Ives were reportedly frustrated with his lack of on-camera charisma, his tendency to go off script in interviews, and the fact that his solo ideas had tested poorly with audiences during internal focus groups. "They love the Meghan brand, glamour, drama, reinvention," said ONE Hollywood insider. "Harry's brand? Not so much. He #s the side character in her story, and Netflix Rhea Liz they don't need him to keep viewers hooked." Behind closed doors in Montecito, the atmosphere was tense. Harry had allegedly been blindsided by the move, discovering the decision not from Meghan or Netflix executives, but from a #journalists, #inquiry. The same day the news broke, British tabloids published unverified claims from unnamed palace sources suggesting that Meghan had already met with high-profile divorce attorneys in Los Angeles. One outlet went as far as to claim that she was quietly exploring property in New York for a fresh start. Meghan's camp dismissed the rumor as abs #urd, but the internet was already in overdrive. On TikTok, armchair body language experts dissected recent public appearances, pointing out moments where Meghan walked ahead of Harry, or where his hand lingered awkwardly in the air after she pulled hers away. Paparazzi footage from just a week earlier, showing Meghan smiling and animated while Harry trailed behind, looking distracted, suddenly took on a new meaning for viewers hungry for signs of trouble. The fallout from the Netflix decision was immediate. Analysts predicted a significant shift in how the couple's joint projects, would be marketed going forward, with Meghan positioned as the sole creative lead and Harry relegated to a background role, if he appeared at all. The couple's much-hyped Impact docuseries, once promoted as a shared vision, #S now rumored to be rebranded entirely under Meghan's name. Meanwhile, friends of Harry described him as humiliated and deeply hurt by what felt like a professional betrayal. Some speculated that the move could be the final wedge in a marriage already strained by career pressures, public scrutiny, and clashing ambitions. For Meghan, however, the Netflix pivot might represent an opportunity, a chance to establish herself as an independent powerhouse, unshackled from the royal baggage that Harry inevitably brought with him. Whether she orchestrated the change, or was simply adapting to it remains unclear, but one thing was certain: the optics were brutal. By the end of the week, Harry had not been seen in public. Meghan had been photographed twice, once leaving a meeting in Beverly Hills in a sharply tailored white suit, and once jogging near the couple's estate, her face set in a tight, unreadable expression. The silence from both camps only fueled the speculation. In LONDON, royal commentators framed the Netflix cut as proof that Meghan was building a future without Harry, while others insisted it was just another overblown tabloid storm. But with each passing day, the divide in public perception widened. Was this the beginning of Meghan's solo era, or the messy public unraveling of one of the most talked-about marriages in modern history? As one Hollywood producer bluntly put it, if Meghan and Harry split, Netflix just made the smartest bet in town. If they don't, then Harry just learned the hard way what it means